We're on location. We're talking with Patterned Concrete, and I'm here with Nick Sorrentino. And Nick, as one of the owners here and part of a group of people that makes homes look beautiful and different extensions of the homes, tell us a bit about Patterned Concrete and what you do, because a lot of people may have heard the name, but they don't really understand it. Give us a little history. Where you're located.
We're located in Allentown. Patterned Concrete of Pennsylvania is a franchise company. We've been doing the architectural concrete for over 20 years now. Longest architectural contractor in the area. It's a family-based business, and what we provide is architectural concrete at a quality product. What we do is basically anything from, for here, driveways, sidewalks, pool decks, patios, walkways, anything where you're going to put concrete.
Well, I find the most interesting that what you do is you're able to come up with different patterns of things. Like one day you might be doing something that looks like slate, the next day you're doing something that looks like cobblestone. How do you accomplish all that? I mean, tell us the different options.
We have several options because of our different patterns or imprinting tools themselves. Like for instance, a 12 by 12 inch tile could come in a flat, it could come in a slate texture or an Attakine texture, which is a little rougher. And those sizes also go from 12 by 12 to 18 by 18 or 2 by 2. We also have wood patterns, make it look like a wood decking. Several different types of brick, whether it's herringbone, a running bond, or even a basket weave. So all types of.
Now, so what happens first? I mean, okay, you meet with the customer, they know they want to do something, and there's advantages, I think. Maybe you can tell us what the advantages are for using concrete versus anything else.
Well, we start basically with the customer and the surrounding areas. What's on their house, you have the brick. Normally you don't want to go with a brick pattern if there's brick on the house, so we consult with them, give them our opinions of whether it be a color or a pattern to choose from. So we start off with basically hands-on with the customer with a picture book of jobs that we've done previously, maybe mimicking theirs if they're doing a pool deck. Why to go with a flatter pattern compared to like the cobblestone that we're using here. A little too rough for around a pool deck, you want something a little flatter.
Well, the one thing I was thinking of too with if you put down the regular block, you'd have weed problems, things like that. You don't have that with concrete.
No, this is a monolithic pour. The driveway here is 5 inches thick. Normally we pour 4 inches, but it's monolithic. There's no inlaid bricks. Nothing's going to pop out. Nothing's going to grow between. You're not going to have shifting and settling of bricks from a sand base or ants growing in, building their homes in the sand beds or anything like that.
Let's talk about the steps, okay? Because when you come into a place like this, because it is concrete, you have to make some forms. How does that all work? Does a person need a plan ahead of time, or do you help them create that plan?
Well, some have a plan, they have ideas in mind, and we take it from there, whether if it's working with a landscaper or with a homeowner. We like to try to put some radiuses, into walkways, not so boxy, squared off things. We like to try to, keep things the nice flowing radius curves around, like planter beds and flower beds, things like that.
So do you have different crews that do that? Like you have a crew that just forms it, another crew that comes in for different things?
Yeah, we have a crew that comes in and they'll dig the area up. Normally it's 8 inches, where we bring back 4 inches of stone and then the 4 inches of concrete to bring the 8 back. That crew basically takes care of the preparation, the forming, making sure that the customer's happy with where the forms are placed. We have a separate crew that comes in that places the concrete, and while we place the concrete, it's colored and imprinted all at one time.
Now talk about that, because how do you color it? I mean, there's an actual process you have to go through.
Yeah, we use a dry shake color hardener on the surface. It's a little tougher to go with the dry shake, but it's a longer lasting impression. We're hardening the surface of the concrete by at least 70% by using the hardener. So especially in a driveway application like this, by driving up and down it, you're not going to get the wear patterns like you would in regular concrete or even asphalt.
So the color actually gets embedded into the top layer of concrete. It's part of the structure.
Yes, it becomes monolithic with the surface. It's worked in by hand, working it in, and it has the same similarities and materials of makeup of concrete, so it blends and meshes very well.
And you do multi-colors, you actually mix things together.
Yeah, we could do multiple colors, we could do some flashing. We use a release agent, which is normally a secondary or third color at that point, just to get some highlighting and shadowing and effects to give it that antique look.
Now, after you've applied the color, I know you come in, you have these stamps or whatever, texture things. Tell us about that.
Well, the imprinting tools, they're all a little different depending on the type of stamp that you're using. Some are a little deeper than others for texture-wise, some are a little flatter, so they have different variations from sizes to actual texture within the mat itself. So these are basically placed like cookie cutters would be placed on dough, where you're just placing them together side by side and imprinting the concrete while it's still in a plastic state, lifting the stamps back up and reusing them by moving them right forward ahead of you.
What amazes me is when you're done, it really looks like what it was supposed to look like, whether it's slate or stone or whatever. You must have had some experience in making sure it comes out looking that way.
A lot of experience, again, in 19 years of it, but it also comes down with the actual stamps themselves as well. When you're using an imprinting tool, you want it to look authentic. So when you imprint it, the look is left behind that's authentic. And Patternedconcrete Industries literally takes the molds from realistic, whether it's stone, slate, or tile, where they mold right over the real thing. So you're not going to get any more authentic than that.
And the final stages, now it's all imprinted, you let it set. What do you do then? How do you wrap it up?
Well, we come back, we wash the surface off, which is basically the release agent to start to show your base color that you went with. At that point, there's some other detail work normally done where the joints come together from the stamps. There's a little bit of squeeze that's chipped out, painted so it looks fluent like a regular joint. And at that point, we're putting on a concrete sealer, 2 applications of a high-grade industrial concrete sealer that has an anti-skid in it that's going to give you a good at least 3 years of good wearing.
Well, that's amazing, you know, and before you know it, you have something that just looks incredible. You know, what are we leaving out? How do we wrap this up? What should we leave people thinking about when they're thinking about Patternedconcrete, how they can enhance their homes? And it adds to the value too, doesn't it?
Concrete will add to the value of your home. Architectural concrete definitely will add the value to your home. And what you're looking at is longevity. If you want concrete, you're looking for longevity, you're looking for the job to be done right, so the concrete's going to hold up and withstand the freeze-thaw. And certainly when you're spending the extra money with architectural concrete, it's the same thing. You want to make sure you're hiring a company who knows how to properly place the concrete as well as imprint it.
So their first step, you know, make the phone call, go to the website, do something, find out how to get you out there so you can help them decide what's next.
Yep, we of course our website, we do the home shows around here locally in the surrounding areas. Phone call, they're right there.
And that's all it takes. So we're talking with Patternedconcrete, and we want to encourage you that if you're looking to enhance your home, if you're looking to add some value to it that really makes it feel comfortable, and I think really enhances where you walk in, you know, I mean, you're creating an entrance, you're creating different things around the home that just make it look beautiful. Patternedconcrete, final word?
Yeah, as well as for your commercial industrial, when, you know, that front entryway to your office building, you want it to set off a little bit so when they're walking up to the front door, they get a little bit of that ooh and ah, and that's what you're going to get with this product.